I have a 3D survey, and here I can see my seismic and my interpreted horizons. I want to highlight the space between the horizons. This can be done using the volume mass process, which can be used to build complex outputs from simple inputs. In this respect, volume mass is a little like Lego. It has all the pieces, you just need to put them together. I create a new volume mass process and give it a name. In this case, sequences. I don't need to use an input volume for this calculation, but by selecting one, it will populate the output extents to match the selection without using the volume in the calculation. I want to colour between the green top res and the pink base res, so I select the two horizons as input. The formula required is a basic if-then-else conditional statement. If I'm not sure how to construct the formula or what variables Insight uses, the process has a quick help option for assistance. Scrolling through the help, there is a section showing the predefined variables that Insight recognises. I want to colour the vertical section, and so I can use the two-way time milliseconds or TVDSS meters variable. It is also possible to use the trace headers as variables, if required. Scrolling further through the help, I can see how to build my statement and a list of conditions. The formula required is, if the current sample measured in two-way time milliseconds is less than the horizon h1, then output to a new volume value of 1, else output volume value of 2. The conditional statement must be in brackets and commas are used to represent then and else. Let's take a look at the results. They look a little grey, but don't worry, that's just because the new volume is using the same class as the original seismic. I will create a new custom class to display this new volume and call it sequences. The banded rainbow blocky colour bar makes a good initial choice, offering discrete colours to assign to integer outputs. The output range does not need to be large, as there are not many sequences to fill. Applying some transparency will allow me to overlay the sequences in a group of volumes. The class is ready and can be assigned to the sequence volume. The section updates with vibrant colours from the custom class settings. Creating a new group called sequences and adding the sequence volume with the original stack volume completes the sequence highlighting. Display settings can be used to turn on a colour bar and check the results. The upper sequence above the top res horizon is shown as red with value 1. The lower sequence below the top res horizon is shown as gold with value 2. The aim is to colour fill the reservoir sequence, and this result only fills above and below top reservoir. The formula must be adjusted. Instead of outputting a single value of 2 below horizon 1, I can add a nested conditional statement for horizon 2. The formula added is, if the current sample measured in two-way time milliseconds is less than the horizon h2, then output a new volume value of 2, else output a volume value of 3. The complete formula has 2 open brackets on the left, and so needs finishing with 2 closed brackets on the right. The sequence overlay has updated, but it is hard to see the difference as the colours valued 2 and 3 are very similar. I will adjust the output below horizon 2 to be a higher number, 5. That's much better. The whole section is now coloured, including the reservoir, which is great. But if I want to only colour the reservoir and not the section above or below, I must again modify the equation. The formula is modified by changing the upper sequences from 1 to nan and the lower sequence from 5 to nan. Nan is short for not a number, which is a missing value in Insight. The sequence overlay dynamically updates, highlighting only the reservoir section as desired. Watch parts 2 and 3 of the sequence overlays videos to see how you can edit the overlays in different ways.
If you have questions or would like to discover more, then visit our website at www.doug.com. And remember, have fun with insight